as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. You take a look at the Spurs. You talk about a team on a roll, guys. This is quite a start they've had. 10 consecutive wins to start the season.
They've had an absolutely ideal start to the season. I mean, they were fresh and ready from day one, and the results have been there for them right away.
For the offseason, I think they made all the right moves. The chemistry on this team is fantastic. The roles are clearly defined. This team looks like it is primed for a big season.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. And it's Ashik in at the 5 down low.
Anderson Varejao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Tim Duncan. And that one's good, Irving.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim. It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thanks again, Doris. That is good. Here's Irving, and he really played well against Denver. He feeds it to Waiters. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Waiters got his second bucket of the night.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And he gets the bucket.
This team is buzzing right now. They've yet to miss.
The Cavaliers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And the dunk by James.
I think they gave him a little too much room there. I mean, that was all he needed to rise up and punch that one down.
Yeah, he's going to jump at those chances, guys.
Yeah, that's what he does. He is a high flyer.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc. All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys. I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Oh,
how about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Well, it's definitely been a shootout, but the team that can start playing some defense might have an edge.
Waiters dishes to Irving. Back to Waiters. No good. Great D that time from Duncan. Ashik with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be Duncan shooting. That's on LeBron James. Both teams will make substitutions. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Well, the season numbers for this club are really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And guys, that free throw percentage of theirs has gone down since last season. As a matter of fact, significantly down.
And on the way from Irving for 3. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Spurs out in front, up by 8, and will return shortly.
This Saturday, November 22nd, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Do not miss it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Marion is out there with Jones. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the 5. So that's his on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Shawn Marion with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Lucas is checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Nazi Muhammad. Lucas kicks to Marion. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And Marion, a 4-time All-Star, one of the most athletic and versatile players in league history. Still an excellent role player, even after all these years. They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Here's Lucas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Here's Jones. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And that's when a team really has the best chance to run after a steal, obviously. So the defense is going to be critical for them right now.
And Marion has made a good chunk of change over his career. A lot of money. He said he wanted to walk away while he could still walk.
Yeah, well, he can't walk in his game. Certainly could still walk and talk. An excellent defender, an energy player, a stat sheet stuffer. I'm quite pleased that he hasn't decided to hang him up yet.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Marion. LeBron comes in for James Jones. And it's Waiters in for Matthew Dellavedova. Then for the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Bonner. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Patty Mills. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Lucas, that's good.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Pass to Waiters. Baseline try. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket there from James.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, they found that sweet spot between the paint and the three-point line, and they're knocking a lot of those shots down.
A different look now for Cleveland. Farajao comes in for Thompson. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Lucas. Then for the Spurs, Omer Asik. He's checked in for Bellinelli. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. The Cavaliers have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Cleveland moving it around. And it's slammed in by Farajao.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra force with that one, didn't he?
You know, I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
And that one's good. And it's 9 points for Ginobili.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And the shot is good. That's now 8 points for LeBron.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Love with the screen for James. To the left side wing. Love can't hit.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Asik. Asik's got his 3rd assist on the night. And we finished one half of basketball. Spurs lead by 15. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 15 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championship.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for San Antonio. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. And it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burton. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Parker with the three, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Irving drives in. Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
And Mills kicks to Green. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
Austin Day, he's checked in for Duncan. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboards. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
The dish to Thompson. Green with the block. Diaw with it, working on James, and the basket by Diaw.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone, all part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 23. That's good. Irving's got 12 now in this quarter.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
There's the triple. Can't hit. The drive by Green. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Spurs out in front as they wrap up the 3rd quarter on a 14-6 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
The NBA season pushes on. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.
And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 25 points for Parker. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Philadelphia. James laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
How many times have we seen him do that? Just batter a defense with his ability to explode to the basket.
That's a 2 from Parker, and it's San Antonio with another.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Waiters passes to Irving. LeBron James on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 12 points for LeBron.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. That's a 2 from Parker, and it's San Antonio with another.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
And the dunk by Love. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Nasty. Absolutely building.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
It's LeBron with the drive.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Varejao grabs the board.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
Shot's good by Waiters.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Irving dishes to Waiters. James with it. Leonard picks him up. No one near James as he lets it go. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for San Antonio.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year, and when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series, and that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Cavaliers.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Parker. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Lets it go. Another one falls for San Antonio.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Jones comes in for James. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Dion Waiters. And Lucas subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Jones slams it home.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about. Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Tony Parker.